CrossFit your rise to hypocrisy and undermines all your cries.
Hey, so we're back again, and it's Larry MyeRS. Larry, I haven't seen you in a long time, and as usual, you are dressed to, I don't want to say dressed to kill, but it's kind of appropriate actually with that headdress, because you're talking about some people that are having a pretty hard time.
Yeah, I have a play that I've written about Japan, and it's called Geisha's Peculiar DNA, and I have this headband on because I run the theater at St. John's University, and today's students did a fundraiser, and the ROTC people had to do push-ups for every, like 20 push-ups for every headband these kids sold, you know. We have
Wait a minute, I'm confused. Can you say that again?
Every time somebody bought one of these scarves, then this whole line of ROTC students had to do push-ups.
20 push-ups?
Oh, at least, yes.
So people were buying them just to see the guys do the push-ups?
Yes.
How many people did it?
Oh, quite a few.
So were they like drop dead, exhausted?
No,
they're like in such good shape.
They're like in good shape.
Good for them. They should be in good shape.
It just makes your gums hurt to even say it.
What? How good shape they're in?
That's right.
I'm so proud of those ROTCs. ROTC, right?
ROTC. Yes. Well, you know,
ROTC.
I'm not particularly into the military or, you know, I mean, if necessary, but, you know, I was mentioning last week there was the rally and rallies at Union Square, the anti-nuke people, the anti-war people, the opposing the union people, the, you know, just a little bit of everything. And there were really lots and lots of people there, and I really didn't see this covered a lot in the news. You know, it was sort of a Monarch Notes version of what was really happening there.
Do you have a reason to believe why it's out of the news?
Because
like,
it's
why?
dangerous, and because it's...
What?
Protest.
That was dangerous.
Protest is sort of out of style. Everyone's worried about getting money to eat for supper, you know, so...
Now, what were they exactly protesting?
Everything. Just the government, nukes, the war...
Weren't they protesting also that island, that nuclear plant?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's 50 miles away, and if somebody, you know, was eating McDonald's and fell on the switch, you know, we'd all be obliterated. You know, I mean, it's very dangerous.
What's that island called again? I keep forgetting.
I blanked it.
Indian Point. Yeah, you got it. We're smart people here.
Yeah,
Indian Point.
Less than an hour away, and you know, I mean, I'm from.
So you think this Japanese thing is like triggering a whole lot of can of worms opening up? Like people are thinking it's going to happen here. It doesn't work like that, though. You know, like just because it happened there doesn't mean it's going to happen here.
I think it's a metaphor for just the disintegration of everything that we've known. You know, I mean, if you know anything about Edgar Cayce, he predicted that Japan would go into the ocean like Atlantis.
Oh no!
But he also predicted.
When? What year? What year? 2012? The big 2012?
No, he predicted New York City would bite the dust in 2011. So,
I like that.
Wrong.
See, all that stuff is hogwash to me, you know.
I think that it's sort of...
We're going to blow ourselves up, but we're not going to do it when we think it's going to happen. It's going to happen when we don't expect it.
Bruce Willis will save us.
Bruce Willis will save us? Well, he didn't save his own self. I mean, come on. I don't trust Bruce Willis. No way. No, I don't. I mean,
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, he's even. I'm not even going to talk about skeletons. You wanted to hear? I know a Sylvester Stallone one. I like Charlie Sheen better.
Don't tell my mom. Don't tell my mom.
I do. Back to you.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was just telling this young lady that sang that she reminded me of Janis Joplin.
She does.
And I'm old enough. I saw Janis Joplin.
Where?
At Penn State when I was a student there. I won't give you the exact year.
Wow.
I'll tell you that I'm old enough to be a grandparent of people in this room.
So am
all
I.
I can tell you is that Janis Joplin was 3 hours late.
I love her.
There were these local groups on that people were booing, and then when Janis Joplin came, people were ready to like do a Charlie Sheen because they were so angry. She sang one song,
Charlie Sheen,
and people rushed up on the stage, and we had to have police intervention. I mean,
they loved her so much.
She went on for like 4 hours.
Wow.
And it was like a once in a lifetime experience.
Well, that's true because
that
she
I
didn't last
actually
very long.
Saw her, and actually she used to be friends of Lou Reed's wife, and Lou Reed's wife Betty was my acting partner at Neighborhood Playhouse. This was.
So was that during the Warhol days?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Andy Warhol is from near where I grew up, and I
In
know his
Pittsburgh?
nephew, Jamie Warhol. Yeah.
Right.
And so I get in on all those Warhol things. I mean, I
Have
know.
you seen the new statue of?
Yes, I did.
Do you
I
like
think that
it?
by the end of summer, someone will take a chainsaw and knock its head
Oh,
off.
I hope not.
Well,
I like
it's
it.
in
Do you
a
like
bad
it?
place, and
I
there's
know
a
it's
lot
by
of.
the factory,
Well, I lived at 859 Broadway, right by the factory, in the early 70s, and I used to see all those people,
Right.
and
Did Jamie ever visit?
who?
Jamie Warhola?
Oh no, he's younger.
So, okay.
No, but those people that were there wondered, and I remember that one time John Lennon and Yoko Ono came over, and they vomited on the couch, and nobody cleaned it up.
Now, do you think there was a reason they vomited? Do you think it was
Well, I
drugs
think
or food poisoning
drugs.
so like heroin?
Drugs and/or food poisoning, but they threw up on the couch, and I remember that everyone said, "Don't clean that up. That was John Lennon."
Oh, they wanted to save it.
But I remember another time the building caught on fire, and I opened the door, and upstairs were these nudists, and this man came down totally nude in the smoke, you couldn't see, and he was smoking a cigarette, and he said, "What's going on?" I said, "The building's on fire," and he was so laid back. You could see this red butt in the smoke, and I went in.
Who was it?
And
Do you know who it
well,
was?
this guy, I can't remember his name. They lived upstairs, and I got my typewriter and manuscripts and a couple shirts and went down in the street. And then I remember there was foam everywhere. I think there were some moral people checking out the scene too. This was all across the street from that Mexican City.
And McDonald's.
Oh, was that there then?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that. But I remember I was in Max's Kansas City. I was just telling some people they had that art show on 23rd about that, the photographs of that book. I was there and someone threw a brick through the window, and there was glass in everyone's food. That's like my memory of. And Eric Emerson was there, and Holly Woodlawn, and that whole crowd. That Candy Darling film is opening up, in like a couple weeks. Are you aware of that one?
I think I heard about it,
That's a good film. I saw that film out at the Hampton Film Festival.
Nice.
It's extremely well done. Yeah.
Wow.
So what else do you want to ask?
Well, what do you want to talk about, Larry?
Well,
you always have a lot to say.
I have a play at the Lower East Side Arts Festival, Theater for the New City, end of May. It's
When does
called,
it start?
It's
End
at
of
Memorial
May?
Day weekend.
Okay.
It's called Lady Gaga's Guidebook for Life.
Ah,
And,
does she know about it?
I think she does, because she's a Facebook friend.
Oh, well, then of course she knows everything.
Yeah, and she has like 2,000 messages or friends or comments or whatever.
Yeah. What do you think of Gaga? Obviously, you like her enough to write a play about her.
Well, I'm using her as a metaphor. I like a lot of what she
What's your
said.
favorite Gaga song?
The new
Do you
one.
know?
What's
Oh,
it
you like
called?
that
The one
one?
she wrote in 10 minutes.
Born This Way?
Born This
The one
Way.
that's a ripoff of Madonna?
Well,
They on the internet they have this thing. I mean, I think Madonna is actually getting money for it. Like I would not be surprised if every time that song plays, a little bit of money goes into Madonna's bank account.
You ever notice that Alejandro sounded a little bit like?
Yeah, but Born This Way and Express Yourself, if you play them, there's some website that plays it like on top of each other on the internet, and it's like exactly.
Well, we're living in very derivative times.
I love
But
Gaga. I love Madonna.
But this young lady that sang today, I thought she was extraordinary, and
She
is.
is.
When I
That's Val
compared her to
Kinsler over
Janis
there.
Joplin, but she's very much herself, and I thought that music was extraordinary.
I agree.
I mean, really, really good. Not just a little bit
Soulful.
good. It was like the real thing, you know.
Exactly.
And there's so much around that's not the real thing.
I agree.
You know, that you just sort
Synthetic.
of like. Yeah, well, I don't think it's anybody's fault because we're living in a time people are informed by sound bites, you know, and they're texting, they're tailgating, texting, and
ADD.
you know, they crawl right up your back on the street looking in those little things that they're, you know, they stand in the middle of the subway stairs and knock old people down looking at their messages, you know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. You're right. You're absolutely
and, you
right.
know, it's like we have constant
Do you text?
communication. No.
You don't?
I don't even have a cell phone.
I thought that was coming. Is that your skeleton?
Baby, my skeletons are SRO. There's so many skeletons.
Just one.
Well.
No, I don't have to.
I knew Tennessee Williams very well. And
how well?
Well, I knew him the last 7 years of his life. John Lahr just interviewed me for 2 hours for the book, you know. One of my friends wrote the authorized book. Lyle Leverage wrote Tom, which Tennessee authorized him to write the book. And he got all
saw
the
Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Oh yeah, well,
I just watched that.
But that was a
the other day.
little doctored. It didn't make any sense of why Paul Newman wouldn't go to bed with Elizabeth Taylor. You know, all of the facts of why were cut out of the movie.
But
So
it's almost like Valley of the Dolls and the movie Valley of the Dolls. It's probably the same thing with the book of that and the movie of that, is it? You think?
Well,
where so much is edited out, and if you didn't read the book or you wouldn't know, but like when you do, like the movie makes no sense.
yeah, it's like most people's lives. You know, the good parts are edited out.
Oh, so when we see the movie of the Larry Myers, what I want to know, what's the scene that's going to be edited out?
Well, I already did like 2 one-man pieces about myself. One was with Spalding Gray. This is like 25 years ago. I don't.
You are a living legend, Larry Myers.
Well,
you have a lot more living, I can tell. You do.
I don't like one-person shows. I just want to vomit. But you know.
They might save it with John Lennon's vomit.
That's right. You know, but nobody wants to do any theater. No one has the patience or the real estate or the money to promote it. You know, you have to have a major movie star. I mean, that Chris Rock play wasn't even selling enough tickets. They almost didn't open it.
I love Chris Rock.
Because now it got rave reviews.
He's
so
great.
But you know, I mean, now you know you have to have a movie star in a play to be done on Broadway. And off Broadway, there aren't enough seats to have enough money to even have ads that no one even knows what's going on. So
I agree.
You know, what can I tell you? There's a lot of talent off Broadway. There's a lot of talent in other cities other than New York and London.
So what do we do to change it? What do we do? What do we do to make a move and make the world
support your friends that are trying to create art.
That's what we're doing here.
Yeah, I know. And actually show up, you know. And,
and don't say I'm attending and don't show up.
Well, I think there always will be theater.
Oh,
I mean,
so silly.
There was theater with cavemen. You know, they got up and gyrated around and wrote in the wall and acted it out. You know,
is that what they did?
There was theater in concentration camps. There will never not be theater.
Exactly.
You know, it'll just change. I mean, and you know, we're living in a post-cyber age, so theater has to be on, off, fast, funny. You know, you can't take up people's time. But you know, many people can't sit through theater because they're embarrassed to have emotions in front of people, and many people don't have any emotions to show, so they're so empty.
And
that
your
they
song
sit
was
there.
Genius?
Yeah. I thought her song was.
It's called Genius. It must be about you.
No,
I think so.
There are very few geniuses. You know.
Well, you're one of them, Larry Myers. Come on, just say yes.
Thanks a lot. No, I won't say yes.
You said yes. I heard you. So, we have like a second or two for. Did you say a skeleton? I don't care. Would you like some peach cobbler? It is National Peach Cobbler Day.
Oh,
or peach candy.
I do know who Al Green is, and I saw him.
Yay!
Your arms are too short to box with God with Patti LaBelle. That was maybe 25 years ago.
You know, and today is also the anniversary. The Metropolitan Museum of Art opened today.
Oh,
My favorite April 13th. Yep.
The Met.
The Met opened on this day in history. So
right.
Happy anniversary, the Met. And any last shout outs? Anything you want to say? Websites? How do people find
I
you?
would say,
Am I going to be in a play?
How do you know that you aren't already? I told you I have that,
What is that?
Evil Knievel play.
Evil Knievel, that's my daughter's birthday. My daughter has Evil Knievel's birthday.
She's right for that, you know.
Well, I love Evil Knievel. Oh yeah. He once broke, what is it, 95 bones by doing that one thing.
Oh yeah,
and he made the jump.
The list of surgeries
And
were
then
akin to Elizabeth Taylor.
I love Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh yeah.
She was in the room with us a couple weeks
I
ago.
saw her twittering in West Hollywood at the Abbey. She would sit in this roped off area and Twitter.
Yeah,
And
my
drink
daughter follows
apple
her.
martinis. Yeah, you know about that.
Yeah. My daughter follows her on Twitter.
Yeah.
And she showed me her last tweet. It was kind of cute, actually. I forget it, but Harley would know
Well,
it.
she was talented.
Elizabeth Taylor? Yeah,
And
I just saw the movie.
Kind. Very
Absolutely.
kind person.
And you'll come again, please.
Oh,
Of course.
don't
We love Larry
elaborate the
Myers.
obvious.
Yay! So we'll be back with more shenanigans on April 13th. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Bye-bye.
Who and who. What would you like?
Apology, cause I declined to